Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have some Legacy filmed at Scholars Games in Brockton, Massachusetts, part of our Wednesday night Legacy series. Every 7:30, we play, broadcast it live to Twitch, and some of the best players in New England battle for store credit. Used at Scholars for their excellent inventory of Eternal cards. I'm on Goblins this week, running Mogg Bombers as a combo finish, just trying to have a little bit of fun. Not sure what I'll be playing next week, probably something spicy, trying to play some new things here. And there is Deathrite Shaman off of Basic Force. We see Force of Will in hand for Brian. Tarfire, will he use that Force? And he'll actually use Force pitching the Mist Hollow Griffin, so the cat is out of the bag. We know Brian is actually on Food Chain. Certainly not Sneak and Show. The Deathrite Shaman tipped that off. But once you see that Mist Hollow Griffin, there's only one deck that's going to be running that. Mist Hollow, a fairly reasonable card in this type of grindy matchup. Outside the combo. But it looks like infinite mana being threatened very early here. If Brian gets an untapped step with his current board, he will have infinite mana. Wasteland taking out that Underground Sea. Abrupt Decay off of a basic Forest to hit that Goblin Lackey. This is a very back and forth game already. Another Lackey, this time off of Cavern of Souls, uncounterable. Brian just one card in hand. It is Abrupt Decay, and every top deck could be the last here. 3 mana Chieftain comes in for 2 Goblin Chieftain. Really powerful effect in this deck, giving all goblins haste and +1/+1. Very much where you want to be in terms of the ability. Looks like might as well... Oh, Gurmag Angler here. I think that was a slightly missed line there. It looks to me like Brian should have cast Mist Hollow Griffin, gotten infinite mana, then cast the Gurmag Angler. So he could have Gurmag and Mist Hollow in play. I answer on my side with Krenko, and that is an extremely dangerous clock here. He's going to be doubling the amount of goblins every single turn. And Gurmag Angler coming in, going to be able to take that damage. Deathrite Shaman coming down as well. And give a little bit of extra range. Krenko, end of turn, puts in 2 goblins. Warren Instigator. Krenko going to make 5 more goblins. These are all going to have +1/+1 in haste. Brian down to just 15. Warren Instigator, the +1/+1, very relevant. Making that a effectively 4 damage creature. Brian with just 2 blockers up here. Basically would be able to push through 14 damage. And that is what's going to happen here. So Chieftain down. And this is an important top deck for Brian. Can he do anything with Shardless Agent? I mean, it's a prayer here. Gonna need something that costs 2 or less. Fatal or Manipulate Fate would probably be the best possible card. But instead it is a Deathrite Shaman. Manipulate Fate would have allowed for more Mist Hollow Griffins, but more importantly, an extra draw into one of his actual finishers, Walking Ballista. We don't know what his tutors are for it. There's been a lot of evolution of this deck, a lot of people trying some different strategies. The way to tutor the Ballista, once you have infinite mana, for those unfamiliar, you can tutor it up with cards like Trinket Mage. There's also Emrakul on the other side, where you can actually go get that with a... drawing a blank. It's 2 and a green, and it goes in Fierce Empath. A little senior moment there. Either way, there are a bunch of creatures that allow you to both tutor for your finish and are a body to kick off a food chain reaction. Definitely a tough matchup on both sides here. Both decks capable of really damaging the other's plan. Goblins having a bunch of removal for those creatures, and also attack the mana base. And for the other side of the board there, of course, food chain able to just combo out and create a lot of roadblocks in the form of Mist Hollow Griffin. Deathrite Shaman can eat any of the Mist Hollow Griffins that do find their way into the graveyard, gaining 2 life and putting them right back in exile. So Food Chain has a lot of really fun synergy going on. A lot of crazy stuff that the deck can do. Who doesn't like doing infinite damage? And it looks like Aether Vial and a bunch of expensive goblins. That's going to be good enough to keep. Brian going to 6 here. Saw Baleful Strix there. That's a good sign. And not an explosive start there, just Polluted Delta. That Aether Vial coming down. Vial just doing so much work in Goblins. It's interesting, having played Death and Taxes a little bit recently, and just feeling the difference in terms of what Aether Vial does in both of the decks. The synergy within the tribe is so strong that being able to play multiple goblins in the same turn can just really make a tremendous difference. Brainstorm for Brian here. Gonna be hoping to find a Fetchland. Shuffle away a couple of dead cards. Have a new, fresh outlook on life. And he does not have it. He actually has to pass. So not only did he not hit his land, but he is fate sealed. The next 2 turns are not going to be exciting. Goblin Lackey. The way cleared with Gempalm Incinerator, putting in a Ringleader. And kind of feels like deja vu here, getting a Ringleader and a Gempalm Incinerator. So the hand is stocked up. Going to be able to remove creatures. Vial is ticking up. A little bit of inevitability being felt on the side of Goblins. And another Wasteland. Mana Denial Element, just so punishing. Oh, and that's interesting. On color, he's got Hydroblast or Blue Elemental Blast. I didn't actually see which one it was there. Might be Blue Elemental Blast, but either way, taking out Goblin Lackey, kind of maintaining order on the board. And setting up a combo finish here with Mogg Bombers. Matron. Grabbing him. Vial at 4. Ringleader is going to find another Ringleader and a Chieftain. And 5 damage coming in. Casting Lackey. And it looks like this is just going to be another Mogg Bomber win here. And Brian does scoop it up. So Mogg Bomber is actually going to be able to get the win, being vialed in. And then Lackey would be able to put in another Goblin. That is it. Looks like Goblin's able to prize one more time before going back on the shelf. See you guys next week. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please help grow the channel by subscribing. You'll be notified when we upload new videos like Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic with commentary, or Untapped, our raw tournament gameplay. Thanks for watching.